Stephen Morency, and today I'm going to be discussing on how NASCAR can improve with diversity and inclusion, besides like internships and scholarships and all that. And an idea came to me. I was just like, why doesn't NASCAR just have like esports? And I'm pretty sure NASCAR does have that already, but like esports implemented into like our communities. Because if I'm going to be honest, I love cars, so I've always had that interest, but NASCAR, like, I would watch it on TV from time to time, but that would be it. Like, I wouldn't hear more from outside of it unless I were to play video games. So, to me, NASCAR hasn't really, like, reached out to people as the idea that I had in mind. So, with, like, all other schools, there's, like, sports teams. If schools were to implement esports teams, especially within, like, the minority community, you would have more job opportunities as well as more places in power for people to be able to manage like the games and all of that. The reason African Americans aren't really into NASCAR is because NASCAR would take a lot of money, and not a lot of black people have money. So a way for NASCAR to be able to like bring forth more job opportunities for other minorities would be to bring NASCAR to the community with the esports, where there would be like divisions and racing competitions with the simulation games like Forza Motorsport. If all of those were to be brought into like a certain tournament within the country, that would also bring forth potential NASCAR racers along with other people that can get jobs for NASCAR, like being able to like maintain servers and like being able to like maintain the games and all of that. With all those job opportunities, you're gonna get more black people, more diversity within your company. The reason African Americans aren't really into NASCAR is because NASCAR would take a lot of money, and not a lot of black people have money. It's hard for black people to be able to get money to like start off like a child, to like train them into becoming race car drivers, because there also has to deal with expenses of getting the car, like a go-kart, since that's how most people start off in NASCAR, like Jeff Gordon, and being able to like get sponsorships, which makes it even more difficult. And with so a way for NASCAR to be able to like bring forth more job opportunities for other minorities would be to bring NASCAR to the community with the esports, where there would be like divisions and racing competitions with the simulation games like Forza Motorsport. If all of those were to be brought into like a certain tournament within the country, that would also bring forth potential NASCAR racers along with other people that can get jobs for NASCAR, like being able to like maintain servers and like being able to like maintain the games and all of that. With all those job opportunities, you're gonna get more black people, more diversity within your company. Then people being able to like maintain the games, that would be like people being in charge of like the coding or maintaining the servers and stuff like that. You just get more job opportunities out of it. And within the esports, the games that would be suitable, because I believe most race car drivers do use Forza Motorsport. And with Forza Motorsport, you get to use like the Speedway, like you get the Indy 500, and you can just use like certain stock cars and other type of like race cars. To be honest, it's all about reaching out. I did some research and I figured out that NASCAR actually has a STEM program. And I'm into science myself. And within like the racing games that I play, like Forza Motorsport, there are things about like drag, understeer, oversteer, time changing intervals within like camshafts and all of that. You learn that stuff in the games, but I never knew that NASCAR had these sort of programs for schools, which I kind of see that as a problem, because I really would have loved to have learned more of that stuff and like get more into detail, because that stuff always had a big interest towards me. So if NASCAR were to be able to like bring like education representatives from all the states into one room and meet them and be like, hey, we want to come up with a way to bring minorities and other people together to be able to have an opportunity to like really experience and get to know NASCAR. We want to make like a sports team, racing sports team for your schools to have like playoff games and stuff like that, to really just like not only have fun but be able to have a good learning experience and to just like really get involved. The esports program would have a lot of people and kids off of the streets and have them doing something more productive that could potentially have them to be able to gain experience that can help them later on in life. Along with having the esports team and the STEM program, not only would students and other people be learning, they would also be able to have fun, and you would be able to make more money because you'd have more people willing to work for you guys. So I feel like that would also be another great idea for NASCAR. And we should be like focus on the adults for getting job opportunities. The esports and the STEM program would really also go out to the younger generation because the youth is what makes up the future. So the more young people you have interested in NASCAR, the more potential drivers you will have in the near future. Which is why I also think that having the esports would be a great idea for NASCAR, along with the STEM program being intertwined within it. Because knowing the science of racing is also a good thing to know. That's my take on how NASCAR can improve, but I would also hope that you guys would be able to reach out to me again because I always come up with a lot of good ideas. But you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching my video.